When I first read of Jen Knox's interest in books that transform people, my first thought was Anne of Green Gables. Upon reading Jen's blog a little bit further, she said, well, they can't all be Anne of Green Gables.
A book that transformed me, I'd have to say Anne of Green Gables.
Anne of Green Gables.
Anne of Green Gables transformed me.
So I was forced to think a little deeper, and I easily came up with Darkness at Noon by Arthur Koestler. Great title, very suggestive of the gloom within, the perfect book for a 16-year-old. Set in a Stalinistic prison filled with political prisoners purged from the party system, Koestler is not afraid to ask the big questions. How should we live our lives? Does the end justify the means? Should we be placing the idea of man above the idea of mankind, or does utility rate higher than the question of guilt and innocence? I read and I reread certain passages. See page 153 of the 1979 Penguin Classics edition in particular. But I've not touched it since I was in my early 20s. Unlike other books, I know that this one will stand the test of time, that the writing will be just as good, the ideas just as rich, but I'm not sure I will. I'm afraid that I've grown too cynical, too tired, too fond of a quick fix of light entertainment before bedtime to be able to withstand the onslaught of arguments, to do right, to be better. So I encourage 16-year-olds everywhere to read Darkness at Noon, and maybe that'll be the kick in the butt I need to at least reread page 153.